Welcome to the Friday Underground stream. You're going to have a great time, a glorious time. True story, plenty of laughs, some black pill moments. It's a fun balance of serious topics and insanely funny stuff. Really wonderful people on this panel. Enjoy.
Hello, my wigglers. I just saw what someone said in the private chat. Welcome to the Friday Underground stream. We're going to be covering some Penguin stuff tonight. We'll be talking about throwing out the trash and Gabe Frog's doing crack. So obviously, there's going to be a couple of things we'll be saving for Rumble because YouTube don't like certain things. But yeah, there's some wild stuff going on in the world. Biden biting on babies. There's a lot of strange shit. Yeah, I don't know. We're in Crazyville, but we're only like what 3.5 days away from election time there. For the votes and all that. So we got a lot. We got a lot here, everyone. So, but yeah, here's the title card for tonight. And yeah, the frogs are gay, like I told everybody. Wow. For those who haven't seen that video. Yeah, like I said, we'll be covering that on the Rumble side. Not all of it, some of it, because it's too disturbing. But anyway, let me say hello to the fine folks we have here. We have Bad Take Bodians in the house. How you doing, Tina?
I'm doing very well. I hope everybody had an awesomely happy Halloween and are ready for a relaxing weekend.
Yeah, actually, trick-or-treat was not that many trick-or-treaters, to be quite honest. Last year we had a pretty good number. This year is just a handful of people. That was it. Kind of strange. But
yeah, unfortunately we had 82-degree weather on Tuesday, but by the time yesterday afternoon came along, it was only in the mid 50s. So I think a lot of kids probably didn't stay out as long as they would have had a bit warmer.
So it was kind of not as many for you guys either.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
They all love the puppy, though, in her little Cinderella costume. So.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, if you want to show it again for people in a little bit, yeah. No problem. But let me say hello to Brutal here. Brutal, how's your day been, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. Like you said, that's Halloween went over well, I guess. Everybody did okay. They came home with their candy. What's next? Thanksgiving's coming, I guess, soon, in a couple weeks, I suppose, right?
Yeah. Well, and, Canada already had theirs.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. And somewhere in between there, we could just have the last, the beginning of the end of the apocalypse.
Yeah. It might be in 3.5 days.
Yeah, it could be. So I'm excited. I'm going to get my chance to, finally have stuff. We'll see.
I got to say, though, I did see the photos of your nephews and your niece. And yeah, that was great. Their costumes were good.
Yeah, they did pretty. They did pretty good.
That was cool.
The whole town does a big event. Yeah, they go down in the town. The whole town does their houses up. They have a big block party down there. They do stuff for the adults, stuff for the kids. It's pretty
nice.
Oh, how cool!
They double down because of the Friday the 13th stuff.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Very cool, man. But I'm happy you're here, and I hope they cleaned up enough and shared some candy with you.
Yeah. See, you got to inspect it. Make sure it's good.
That's right.
And take your fee.
Yeah, right. 2 for me, 1 for you. 3 for me.
Uncle Uncle Brutal's got to take. He's got his Vic.
That's right. So, you wouldn't like these. These are yucky. Give me this.
And of course, we have super fan Adam Shawhan in the house. How we
And
doing?
like me, Brutal's got to beat us. I mean,
Doesn't
but
take
yeah,
much.
man, glad to be here. Sorry I missed last night. I was waiting, and next thing I know, it's 1 a.m. I'm like, oh well, I guess I needed to sleep. So
Well, yeah, man. Narco sleepy happens. I mean, what are you gonna do?
it does. But yeah, it's a wonderful day, and the dogs are happy, and the puppies are happy, and we're all here. So hey, Brodo's
That's
gonna
right,
have
bro.
beat us soon.
I know.
Lots of candy to
Yeah.
eat. So.
For those who missed it, I actually had I did a tour review on good old Hans Koch, the action figure. So yeah, Tommy had given me a Han Solo from not the Last Jedi, Force Awakens. He found it at Ollie's, so he was sitting on it for like over a year. It was supposed to be kind of like a joke because I was really doing a lot with the Hans Koch stuff. So yeah, I did a full review as Hans Koch, and yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. I forgot half the shit I said because I uploaded it, forgot about it, made it go live when I did the stream, and yeah, the chat seemed to enjoy it. So yeah, here you go. Hey, look at someone who just sucked on a lemon. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, I think I live in a Jehovah's Witness neighborhood because there was literally nothing Halloween at all that happened yesterday. No trick or treat.
Wow.
Nothing. Yeah.
Wow.
And I live in a pretty like suburban, like it's a really nice area. I'm surprised. Like if I were a kid during all this would have been like prime real estate for trick or treating. But apparently, yeah, we killed that holiday. So yeah.
Man. Well, here's my question then. Did you actually have candy bars for the kids, or did you do like the classic old school Hebrews and here's a couple pennies?
Jesus Christ. Of course I did the Hebrew thing.
Oh shit. But you didn't buy any candy at all?
No. Yeah, I didn't have my lights on or anything, but I was still able to see the neighborhood and literally nothing.
Oh wow.
And there were a lot of people that had their little LED like torch things and their little pumpkin signs. Yeah. Come get candy from us. Nobody came.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. We only, like I said, we just had a handful, and it was literally 2 batches. That was it. I gave one of the damaged. I had a damaged book of the pirate one to one of like the teenagers, but the rest got just a little bit of candy. But yeah, there wasn't much. So now all I'm picturing is Chris in the dark, hiding in his closet from the trick-or-treaters that never came.
No, that's the cuck closet. That's strictly reserved for the cucks. So
it's strictly reserved for the gay frogs.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's got a smoking pipe. But we also have Monotony in the house. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Dude, I have to ask, how did you get Donald Trump to endorse your show?
It didn't take much. I just said I love America and people, and say no to communism. And he said, I'm going to come on and I'm going to endorse you. So I think, thank you, bro, and we'll endorse you.
Oh, congratulations, man. Yeah, so Halloween, I was actually speaking with my buddy about this, and I don't know if it's because of trunk or treats, which is crap. But yeah, the same thing here. Like for the past few years now, I've noticed, like a couple years ago, we literally had like one trick or treater, but we have very few trick or treaters now. And really, when you look up and down the block, there aren't that many people handing out candy. Now, this is in not too long ago, 10, 15 years ago, we have a neighborhood over here on my side of town called the Orchards, and it used to be all decked out for Halloween. We had people like making little haunted houses in their garages that the kids could walk through, and I mean, it really went all out. The streets were packed. I mean, it was a big deal, and all that's gone now.
Yep.
All that's gone now.
Our culture's being destroyed, so of course it's going to go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm thinking, between like importing so many people who haven't assimilated and they have their own traditions and whatnot, and just, yeah, exactly that cultural decay.
But
It's
Diwali,
sad, which is funny because every time I speak to an adult, they're, oh, I love Halloween. That's my favorite holiday, and they're dressing up. But I'm noticing the children not so much, and it's like, is it dying out? Like, we need to make Halloween great again.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, I gotta agree, man. Last time I saw anything like that, it was before COVID or maybe in the
Dude.
first year, like before shit really started getting nuts. But
It-
yeah, same. Like,
well, if you think it's just Halloween, dude,
Mhm.
we were not even allowed to say Merry Christmas anymore.
Right?
oh yeah, no, I know.
I'm
And
a
then
Jew when
remember,
I
you
say
can
it.
throw a non-white party and not be racist up there.
But suddenly my Apple calendar is telling me that this is the beginning of Eid or whatever, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about these weird like foreign holidays. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't
Mine-
learn all about that shit until recently.
Yeah.
My local news earlier this year was talking about, oh, it's May Day today, and it's like, that's a communist holiday. Like, what? Like, I never heard the news growing up talking about May Day. When I heard May Day, it was like, a war pilot, like May Day. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was an actual thing until I was older, and now they're discussing it on our local news. Like,
Yeah, it's wild,
Yeah,
man.
I
It's
don't
wild
know.
the shit that's going on.
Not only discussing it, excited about it. Like excited about it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few things I'm definitely going to be covering when we get over to Rumble because it's along the lines of this strange narrative that's being put out there. Again, I think the media is complicit in all this stuff of what's been going on. The destruction of these holidays, hiding the truth of what's going on. They just want people more miserable. That's the guess that I'm having, or the assumption,
demoralization.
or whatever you want to call it. Yep,
Well,
absolutely. But
the
hey, wait,
good
before
news
we
is in a few.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was
go
just going to
first.
say the good news is in a few days, the dagger's going to drop, and either all this BS is going away, or we just know to give up any hope of space exploration and advancing technology, and we're just going to live in a dystopia. So at least all this is coming to an end. We're unwrapping the bow, and
Yep.
we know what the future really is going to be.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Yeah, it's a flip of a coin at this point. But let me say hello to the chat. Super fan, first one in tonight, saying hello to the fine folks as well. We have Iceman Modeler in the house. He said he heard Biden is turning into Hannibal Lecter. Kind of.
More or less.
We'll play that footage too. Yeah, allegedly. We got Keely Chow in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, you'll probably like the new bumper we're going to be playing over on Rumble because yeah, the Rogs are gay, and insane, absolutely insane. But yeah, Chris is saying hello to the fine folks out there. I actually want to show something too before we get to the penguin. I know it's an animal themed thing, isn't it today? Did you guys happen to see Ricky Gervais?
Yes, this was funny.
This was awesome. I'm gonna play it because this was on Twitter anyway, and we don't see his nipples, so that should be fine. They shouldn't hit me for this.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime. It makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. And you don't.
It just sits there all quiet.
This guy's too funny.
Well, remember the what was it, the award speech where he basically told every like celebrity to like basically STFU, like we don't need to hear about your freaking political shit.
Yeah,
Just accept your award and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. If I play it, would they hit me because it's I don't know what the hell
Maybe.
station. Yeah, they might. We'll save it for
Maybe.
later then. But I
But
do
that
have.
was pretty great.
Yeah, I have it right here too, so we could definitely end up playing that. And yeah, condolences to the people out there in Orlando. Some lunatic piece of shit 17-year-old started shooting into a public crowd in downtown Orlando.
Oh no.
Oh no, was he part of a Hawaiian snack bar?
I'd show. Well, I could show the photo, but no, I'm not playing the video because he actually does pull the
At
trigger.
this point, all we can say for sure is that no three-letter agencies were aware of him. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Oh
here's
my
the yellow
God.
shirt. Yeah, he's
Shit.
walked through the crowd, decides to pull it out, and he turns around and just starts shooting people.
Jesus.
Yep.
Oh,
Horrible
so
piece of
are they
shit.
going to say that like crazed gun shot into crowd, or like was it white Bronco drives into Christmas parade, or you know,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Something like that.
Where's Adam Shawhan when we need him?
Right?
This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. But yeah, this is the world we're living in, folks. Oh, lots
Better
of
have your brown pants on.
crazy, disturbing stuff. Oh, yeah. And before I get any further into things, I definitely do want to talk about something. Brought up on the toy stream last night. Let me get the link out here for everyone too. We're almost there. I do want to thank the people who have been signing the petition. Drop this in here. Yeah, if you guys could, family friend who was a Marine who was basically murdered by some piece of shit illegal who should not have been in this country. We need to sign this petition if you guys haven't seen it yet. This is Nicholas. This is the family friend who, again, guy only 25 years old, is going to be a pilot in the Marines, tragically killed by some piece of shit illegal, thanks to our lovely administration, they just poured in over the border. We've seen it. So there's over 30 million of them that are in this country now. Well, one of them decided to steal a car, drunk drove, and hit him head on while he was on his motorcycle. This is completely just tragic, awful. It's unbelievable shit that happened.
so young? Yeah.
Yep. And the criminal might be getting out. So hopefully the petition will stop that from happening. His mother has to go down there. It really sucks because she's in New York. She's gonna go down to Texas because Texas, apparently they're overflowed their prisons and they want to get rid of them. And so he might be up for parole. A murderer that they want to put back on the fucking street.
Okay, just on the opposite of this, maybe he does get out, and maybe everybody knows his name, and accidents happen. You know, nobody saw anything. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm not telling anyone to do anything bad, but
I'm not. I'm just saying. You know,
if you read this, you'll see the guy's name is it's in here. So.
Oh, look at that! We got a name, guys.
I'm just saying.
It'd be a real shame if Jorge Acevedo.
Let's make sure he stays in prison. How about that? Let's sign the petition if you could. You might get popped up notified for to donate money. You don't have to, but
8 signatures away, guys.
Yeah, that's all you got to do is sign it and then share it. That way the signature locks in. And
what a piece of shit! Yeah.
We're right there. And
what blows my mind is, and this is definitely a symptom of a failing society. This person is here who's not supposed to be here. That's crime number one. But then it's always played off as, well, you know, as long as they're here and they're not committing crimes. But this guy comes in caught some awfully big waves. Now he's in their custody after causing an American citizen their life. And he's in custody, and instead of, okay, you need to go back to where you come from, it's, you took someone's life, whether intentional or not, but we're going to go ahead and release you back into the populace. Like, have a good day. Like,
if you wanted to know more,
in Texas.
Yep, in Texas. This is unbelievable. If you want to know more about that whole situation too, because again, it was so tragic because this guy was a great kid. I knew him when he was about 14, 15. They visited and stuff. I've known his mom since I was a kid. And again, great family, good people. He got a little wild in his later teens, and then he turned his life around. And he wanted to help America. He wanted to save people. He had a girlfriend, pretty much was the father to the little girl of I think that was his fiance, but amazing family. And this guy was an incredible father to this little girl, and gone. Just this life is gone. Someone who's trying to help the country, someone who wanted to do something good, fight for us, to help us, and his life is gone because of some piece of shit that shouldn't be here. On
Mhm.
top of it, when the criminal Acevedo was in the hospital, he escaped. They didn't hit him or anything. He escaped, and they had to find him. I think they found him about like a month and a half later. Yeah. So this goes to show you how much they don't care what's going on right now in America at all. So
Well, it's to sow discord.
yeah, it's evil. It's horrible. But yeah, if you guys could help keep the criminal in jail, and so that Nicholas has some justice.
Yeah.
He deserves more than that, way more than that.
He'll get justice either way. You might as well do it the easy way and sign. I'm just saying.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, because his brothers, the other Marines, were boy, were they upset.
I didn't hear or see anything.
Yeah, I gotta say too, the Marines were awesome. They took his mom on base and showed him everything that he was doing, his entire job and all the planes that he was taking care of and helping with, and
productive member of society.
Yep.
Stolen from us.
Yep. So yeah, like I said, the link is here. So please click that, sign it, share it out, let people know, because this was just a heartbreaking story all around. And what a great guy it was. So I just want to make sure people saw that.
Being a military guy like that, he's the guy that they would send over to these countries to go take care of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
To go take care of them, to make their country better. They're sending them all over there to take care of their country, make their country better.
Yeah.
And now, and now nobody's got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed that though. Like, there's a trend of that. Like, it's happened in the UK too. I remember, like, about 5 years ago or 6 years ago when the that video footage of the blood-stained African that was imported into like London, like, basically hacked a British like Royal Marine or something to death in broad daylight right in London. And it's like, wow, it seems weird that like we're seeing like young military-aged men that are like native to our countries or our domestic population being culled by these imported forces. It's almost like it's deliberate.
Yeah, almost. We'll talk more about that on Rumble, but
yeah,
it's the whole thing is very tragic. But Marinus, how you doing, buddy? Good seeing you. Always DTF. How's it going? Hey, Lurch. Hey, man. It's sorry, like I hate even having to talk about some of that stuff, but like again, this is the world we're living in right now. So please, people, open up your eyes. Don't believe any of the bullshit that the left is trying to feed you. Or the right for that matter, the ones that are too extreme. Listen, stuff is horrible right now, and it's up to the people to do things peacefully. We need to win that vote and to fix shit, basically, because they're destroying everything right now. It's like we'll cover more of it, that's for sure, and a little bit on the other side. But let's get into talking about some Penguin, I think. Because that episode was pretty amazing. Oh, and by the way, we're only about 6 away now from hitting the signature. So
nice.
Yeah. So guys, please click the link, sign the petition.
Could you share it out too? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that?
Could you share it out too? Because even though, like, I know I've done that. Like, even though I've signed it, it's like, I've signed it, but it would be nice to spread the good word. Like, I think I'll try to put it on Code of Vets, which is a Twitter or an X. People I follow.
Yeah, it's on my Twitter. I dropped it in the chats, so it's in the private as well. Whatever is easier, just click on that, please, and sign it. We're gonna make sure we're gonna keep horrible illegal alien murderer behind bars, so he doesn't kill anyone else. Because this has happened multiple times too. Various different stories where they do get out and then they just commit more crimes. So we don't want that happening. Nicholas, he needs justice because this is insane. It was brutal what happened to him, absolutely brutal. So, So, who wants to start off on the Penguin stuff? Episode 6. Anybody?
Yeah.
I want to say that.
Yep.
Overall, this series has been amazing. It's really drawn me into this Matt Reeves universe, and I was talking with a friend earlier about, not specifically on 6, but I was talking with my buddy earlier. I really hope they don't fumble with the second Batman movie because I enjoyed the first one, but this series and, this episode 6 is no exception, has really gotten me invested in the story they're telling.
Yeah. This story has been fantastic. It is such a great mob show.
Yeah.
And they're building a lot. It's working really, really well. And like I said, this is what I wanted to see anyway. Because the Penguin, to be honest, he wasn't one of my favorite characters. But what they're doing in this series is incredible. I love them in the Arkham games, but again, he had that class about him, but he was also he's supposed to be like a super genius level criminal because it's not so much a physical guy, although he has killed. He's got no problems doing that, but he's a smaller individual, so he's not your big rough guy that's going to go fist to fist with Batman. But
Yeah, he does the mind game type thing. He does the play in the odds type.
Oh, for sure.
And stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first episode, the first couple of episodes, we have him taking out crime bosses, starting gang wars. He's moving new product, a new drug on the streets. He's starting to build an empire. He just attached. He's getting the other heads of these families and stuff, and these other crime organizations kind of together, sort of backing him. And going against the people who were in charge of Gotham. They're flexing their muscles, and this is how they're supposed to do it. They're doing it the right way for sure. Oh, always DTF for 5 on the other side. He goes, today really shows why I have a love-hate relationship with my job. Just weekends and with good pay. However, 0 sick time right now. Have a cough, and my boss reminded me that my contract says, there's a second part to that, another $5. Failure to work a scheduled shift and or weekend can result in immediate termination. Jesus.
Oh,
Oh my God.
That sucks.
Wow.
So coughing fairly hard and not too likely to actually be let go, but still not testing my luck. So that really sucks, man.
What a douche.
Holy shit. Hey, good news though. If you check your emails, I did send out your book today. So just right before the stream, I ran to the post office. So hopefully that puts a smile on your face.
Right.
And if that doesn't, I hope this does. Here is a super chat bumper, courtesy of Chris and John China.
金钱看齐，墙上写着“秦香莲的32岁了，装个当朝驸马郎的气质王啊，满皇上的22岁了，装个当朝。”
你好，中国，找西娜。我必须说，现在我有第一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。我很抱歉，对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉，不好意思，再见。
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, and I hope you enjoyed that one. I got a new bumper for you later in the show, and it involves something you see on screen here. But again, not playing that on YouTube. Not ever. But anyway, back to Penguin. Again, this series has been awesome. From where we last left off, we have the two crime families now that are kind of merged together. Penguin's doing his own thing, and he's trying to move this product that he basically had stolen from Sophia, and he's peddling that on the streets, and they can't find him. He actually went underground, and he's got like local gang kids and stuff that he kind of put together. He's got his team of people from the bad area where he grew up from. He's basically giving them all work. It's not even so much gang members. It's like the people in the neighborhood who need help. So it's pretty awesome that he's kind of doing that too, because it's like he's putting money in their pockets. He's making sure it's staying in his circle. But in the meantime, we got the the other crime families are not happy. Gigante and Maroni, that they teamed up and they want to flex their muscles now.
I like the part where he went to the one dude, the city town guy, and he like grabbed him with the pliers by the nose.
Yeah.
And like that's what you said. Like you said, he says, you know, you're up there eating your Richie Rich dinner. You're having your fancy dinner parties, while you know you're leaving neighborhoods swallowing in shit.
Yeah.
You know, so he's like, you know, you leave them eating shit. You're up here, you know, clinking glasses together and having a good old time while these people are down here in the dregs, man, fucking drowning in shit. And
that's what I like a lot too. Yeah, that's a great point, because he is fighting for the people in his area, which is crazy because I mean, he's a scumbag character. He is a piece of shit, but the reason why he even did it is because his mother is that like. He's on the run because they're coming after him, and if they find his mom, you know, it's not going to end well. So basically, they're in this slum apartment that the power keeps going out, and the power for his business is going out too. He's working with generators underground, and they don't have enough juice. So it's kind of, you know, two birds, one stone kind of thing. So he finds the politician guy and threatens him, and yeah, it's a great scene, and I do like how physical he has been getting though. You're not going to see him, like I said, having a fist fight with Batman or anything like that. But for what he's doing, it makes perfect sense, and it works really well.
So. Even and I think the main part of why he did that too was like for his mom. His mom was cold.
Yep. Yeah. She wanted to hear her music.
Yeah. She wants to play her record player. She's in the cold. He wants to take care of his mommy, so he has to go grab somebody by the nose with some pliers to do that. Well, he's got to go grab somebody by the nose with some pliers to do that.
Yeah, that's great. It's cool that you're enjoying some modern anime. All right. And Gap After Dark, man, good seeing you too. Always Etep. He also said, he wants to state that again where he works. They don't have a hard time finding people like him to work there. So how uncertain the future is right now. Yeah, I really need as much stability as I can get. No, I hear you. I definitely hear you, man. It's most of it just hanging on by a thread. You know, myself included. It's wild what the hell's happened, what's going on, and very, very scary. So yeah, man. Dude, make sure you get your zinc, your vitamin D, your vitamin C, all that stuff.
Some elderberry tea.
Yeah. Elderberry's fantastic. Every time I usually get sick, I eat like those gummy ones. Take some Advil. That shit helps. So man.
I'm all about the natural stuff. And look, I'm not even supposed to be here. So
yeah, man. Yeah, Adam's right. It's try to go as natural as you could. Yep. It's the best stuff that fights off that shit. But yeah, I gotta say, man, this episode was super solid. What was going on with it? So as all that stuff's going down too, they start taking out a couple of the people that are kind of who are caught with this product that he put out there called Bliss, which was stolen from Sophia and Arkham, and so they start to get afraid. So he gets the brilliant idea of giving it out for free. He wants people hooked everywhere. So they think they're going to run scared and hide. He's doing for one night. He's going to put out all this stuff for free. He wants to make sure everyone knows what this stuff is and that it's coming from the Penguin. So
and that they come back for more.
That's it. And in the meantime, he's making his play with the other crime families and stuff. So he's got like the Yakuza people. He's got all the different kind of gangs in Gotham. So as he's trying to get all that together, there's a street thug that wants in on some of this action, and he knows he knows that kid Victor, and boy, that does not end well for him.
That one that Victor's so scared of, mind you.
Yeah.
How terrified he is of that guy.
Well, it shows how Victor changes as somebody that's kind of innocent into becoming more of like the Jesse Pinkham villain, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly it. That's kind of what it's like. Because Penguin is definitely your Walter White of a character.
Mentor.
They're doing such a good job with it, because like Penguin's in another place. His mind's all over the place. So when the kid kind of goes like, "We got a problem," whatever, he's not even focused on the kid. He doesn't care, and he's like, "What? You're gonna handle?" And the kid's like, "Yeah, no, I can handle it. I can handle it." He's like, "Good." Later it comes up where Victor tries to pay off this other little gang thug or whatever, and the guy throws the money back in his face, and he's like, I went in on the action, I want real money, you can't buy me off. So knowing that he can't get out of this situation, and the guy threatened that he would go to the Maronis and Sophia, he left Victor with no choice.
Yeah, he really did.
That was a pretty brutal scene, and you could see how shaken Victor is because he knew this kid since he was young. You could see the history and all that, and he just kept saying, I'm sorry, as like the guy's bleeding out. Like it was nuts.
Did you notice how badly Gotham needs Batman in that scene?
Oh yeah,
a gunfire in broad daylight. He's like, "What are you leading me down here?" Boom, and then it's like the kid didn't even flee the scene of the crime because he knew the cops weren't coming.
Yeah,
like they just don't care.
Yeah, because it was that part of the town that got destroyed from the floods from the movie.
Yep.
So like that's what's great about it. He's operating in one of the places where you think would be, no one would go near. They wouldn't touch that place with a 10-foot pole. That's what's really smart about it too. So later, Penguin kind of like he asked me, he goes, "Did you take care?" Because he could see Victor's he's not himself, and he says it, and like he pulls him in, kind of like hugs him. And he says in his ear, he's like, "Don't worry, it gets easier."
Yeah,
like, you can.
And he's right.
the devil coming out.
Yeah.
Like, but he knows the kid was broken, but that he has him. He's in his pocket 100%.
Yeah.
He's like, you did good, kid. You did good. Like, and then he goes off and he does his thing, trying to unite the other criminals because he's like, we're taking Gotham back. It's now or never. Are we doing this or not type of thing. And they all pretty much agreed. So, but in the meantime, we had Sophia went to Penguin's apartment, and basically they found a drawer that had some belongings to his prostitute girlfriend. And that's the only other connection he had. They couldn't find shit on him. They think that his mother's dead because he said that she died years ago, but she wasn't. He's just been hiding her from everyone because she's dealing with her mental stuff and all that. So they don't have anything except for this. So they go to confront that prostitute, and she basically rats out the Penguin of where they should go look, where they should operate. But Sophia, like, she had a good scene with the prostitute of like how the girls and stuff in that area protect each other, and like it was a good bit of dialogue. So not to spoil every little bit, but they kind of respected each other. So you thought something was going to happen right away, and it doesn't. So that's when she ends up outing where Penguin is because of the respect thing. So I don't think it's going to end well for her though, because that never does when you rat out somebody like that. Not a good thing. But so at the end of the episode, they find where his mom is, and they kidnap the mother and Victor. When the power came back on, Sophia's standing there, and they don't even notice. It was a good cut the way they did it. And Penguin, he gets into the apartment, and they got him. They knocked him out, and looks like this next episode coming up, it's going to be very bad. It's going to be very bad for him. So we'll see how he gets out of that situation. So episode 7, looking forward. That should be Sunday night. So any other thoughts on that before we jump over to Rumble, guys?
Yeah, that was talk about like as much as the Penguin is a piece of shit, like it sucks that everybody in his life has to suffer around him.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but they were portraying Sophia as the villain in that final scene where they play the creepy music and she finally finds her quarry. But it's like, dude, she's righteous. I'm sorry, but I'm on Team Sophia, man. Everything that's coming to Oswald and to the family, to his mother with dementia, all that. Sorry, those are casualties in war, and he's the one that started the war. So that's on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, it's solid writing. I'm very impressed with this series.
Yeah.
Matt, what was it? 5-10 years in Arkham for something she didn't do after after basically her father did that to their mother, and then he does it to a bunch of other women, then pins it on Sophia. Which didn't they in the Batman, didn't they kill Catwoman's friend too and stuff her in a fucking trunk? Like, dude is like this psychopath who murders all kinds of young women with their whole lives ahead of him, and then he pins it on his own fucking daughter.
And he almost chokes out his
Penguin
daughter.
helped with that.
Yeah. Penguin helped with Sophia getting committed. Yeah, she's righteous, man. Everything that's coming to him, you know. I hate to say it, but like the Maronis are scumbags, being like mafioso and shit. But like, I gotta say, I like the fact that they were family oriented. You know, like the fact that they're teaming up like that. It's like I hate to hate them. You know what I mean? Like
I know, it's amazing, because the writing's so good, but the acting is phenomenal. Because like, you want to see more of what he's gonna do. What's his next move? Even though you know he's such a piece of shit, we still want to see more. It's like that's how you know you got an A-level show all the way. And I mean, like the numbers have been fantastic on it too, from what I heard. So
well, I love how it goes back to the very beginning. Right, where we're at when you first watch the show, it all goes back to the very beginning when he got laughed at and he gunned down Maroni. Yeah, had he not laughed at it, because he's turning himself into the idol he talks about constantly. The car, he was there, he took care of people. The Penguin's been doing everything that he idolized about the gangster from back in the day.
Oh yeah, man, yeah.
This episode, Vinny, it just shows that though. You know, he's got everybody together to go against the family that doesn't even know their fucking name.
Yeah, dude, it's solid. Soul Assassin, yeah, man. I don't know if it'd be hard to fuck it up, to be honest, because like I said, this team has been phenomenal. Things that you think might have been like this girl power shit, you never see it here. It's not. It doesn't exist, like Chris was saying, and it's just so well written, man. There's nothing more to say. It's like, watch it. If you have not been seeing any of this, it feels almost like Breaking Bad level. Like it's one of those shows that you got to keep watching, and you're so excited to see the next one and where they're going. So,
can I say too, if they do a season 2, you know, it should be later on at a different point in Penguin's life, but I think these serve as an excellent way to flesh out the villains. Like the next, instead of a direct season 2, like next year or something, I'd like to see a series on another one of the villains. That way, you like it feels a lot more. Now I'm really waiting for that confrontation between Batman and Penguin. Now that I'm invested in both characters. You know, and actually more invested in Penguin at this point than I am Batman. So next year, if they have a series, I would like it to maybe be on another rogue. And then maybe after a few of those, they can go back to Penguin. Like, oh, well, he's been in Arkham for a few, and now this is what he's been doing, and this is how he got out, or, you know.
I agree, man. Yeah, even if they give him like a little section in the next movie, and Batman has to kind of put him in Arkham or whatever. I agree, that would be awesome, because he loves the character so much. He loves playing him, and he knows he's a horrible individual and all that. But again, his acting performance is better than some of these people who won Oscars and shit. Like I was truly impressed with what he's been doing.
But gentlemen,
it's Gary Oldman level.
They can milk this because we're year 2, year 3 of Batman.
Oh, yeah.
He's got years worth of Penguin that they can build. And like to Tony's point, I mean, exactly. Have some other, don't always tie the movie to these series, but have the series be bigger than just one character.
Yeah. But I think they did a perfect blend because, again, it's not that it's so much tied to the series or to the movie, but it is tied to that universe. So it makes perfect sense. Like even after I watched the first episode, I ended up watching the Batman again, and I enjoyed it even more. I already liked it to begin with. I know that a lot of people find it to be too slow here and there, but it all works really, really well, and it makes more sense. Because again, I say it all the time whenever we're talking about it. He was screwing up. Batman was making mistakes. He wasn't supposed to be this vengeance thing. In the end, he decided, I have to change it. It has to be hope. That's the fucking message that he wants to be a symbol of hope for the people. The Batman gimmick was to put fear into the enemies, into the bad guys, into the people who are hurting everyone. And it was coming off the wrong way because he was being too violent. He was just doing this vigilante thing, and he knows he had to be something more. So, like, it worked. I think they found a good balance. But we'll see what they do with that. And Chris, yeah, man, thanks for being on this side. And here is, where was it? Where's the link? Here's the link. Yeah, please click that. Scroll back up on YouTube. Click it. We're going over to Rumble now. And I had Lurch was asking about the gay frogs. So what's with that? Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. In fact, I got a special bumper for you guys. So yeah, click on that link. Meet us on over to the on the Rumble side, and we're saying goodbye to YouTube now.
Let's get ready to rumble.